Hi. Uh, alright, so I think what I'm going to try and do for a little while at least is in an effort to make postings shorter, maybe they need to be a little more frequent. So I'm going to try making this 2 or 3 times a week. That way I don't have 15 minutes worth of stuff saved up to talk about all in one shot. Today is Wednesday. So things for Wednesday. Today is kind of an ow day. As has been the case in the past and probably always will be the case, when I start a week suffering from a migraine especially, it kind of causes the whole week to be a little kind of, hiccupy. Monday is usually the day where I get a significant amount of my week's worth of stuff done, particularly household chores and such. This Monday, 2 days ago, I had a migraine. Bad enough that I had to take my actual migraine medication, and I was laid up most of the day, not really eating or doing anything. So, yesterday, being Tuesday, was what I call rubber band day, where I not only get all of Monday's stuff done, but I snap back so hard because I go to such an extreme of pain when I have a migraine, and then I snap all the way back to feeling so much better when it's gone, that I overproduce, I overaccomplish, and I get significantly more done, which is difficult to imagine even for me. But that is basically what yesterday was. I mean, I got an incredible amount of cleaning done in the kitchen, I got cleaning done in the bathroom, and basically I'm referring to like detail work, like remembering to run the self-clean on the oven, remembering to clean the bathroom sink, that kind of stuff. A lot of detail work, which doesn't sound like a lot, but detail work, especially when it comes to cleaning, if you like things really, really neat, can be very time-consuming. I also spent some time working on one of many knitting projects, which accumulate into Christmas gifts. I have several people that I knit things for, and as sparse as my connection with my family was for most of my life, in recent years, as I'm sure happens to many people when they age, things change, things shift. I've gotten significantly closer with my family. Most recently, my family has also grown, literally. I got married, I now have in-laws, I now have a brother-in-law, etc. And when it comes to that kind of gift giving, it becomes more challenging for me because I don't have as much history with my in-laws. I mean, I have several years history at this point because Sam and I were together long enough before we got married, but it's not, I know them so well, not like I know my own parents. So it's challenging. But yesterday I spent a portion of time working on a scarf for my dad, and over the weekend I picked up several supplies at Michael's Craft Store, which I love. And one of the things I got was a set of 4 differently sized looms. Now, originally I'd gotten the circular ones when Hurricane Irene came through in September, and I learned how to make hats remarkably quick. I can do an adult hat in less than a day, probably 2/3 of a day if I just sit still and work on it, which I have nothing but time to do. So I was working on a loom scarf, and it's come out remarkably well and really surprisingly fast. You wouldn't think it would be that much faster, but I also think it's a better quality in a way, because it's a different type of yarn than I usually use for scarves, and even if I were to use that yarn for the scarves that I used to make, I used the 2 needles, and stitch by stitch, it's a lot of repetitive motion. So needless to say, having carpal in both wrists and spending so much time working on a loom knitting yesterday, I've managed to pooch myself a little bit. I am right-handed, so yes, this is my right hand in one of my carpal braces. I'm not about to give up knitting. I'm not about to cut back on it. It took me several years to teach myself how to do it successfully, and another year or so to really enjoy crafting. So, I don't know. I'm certainly not going to give it up. Hi, Trouble. Cute cat being distracting. So I'm not going to give it up. But I think what I need to do is from now on, if I'm going to sit and work on a piece for a significant period of time, I mean, yesterday I was working on it for probably 3 or 4 hours, then I need to be wearing my brace. Another friend on Facebook suggested, there's plenty of exercises you could do to help lessen the pain, prevent the pain, and she's right. I used to know those exercises because I used to actually do physical therapy like I needed to, and, as I've said before, life happened. What else? I'm trying to be, quite honestly, more militant about my diet, cutting back significantly on meat, but not out. I mean, I think my hugest long-term problem with diet has always been moderation. It's always been portion control, which to me, moderation and portion control are the same thing. So that's what I'm going to be working on a lot more. But while I was out today picking up other stuff that we needed, I picked up a new workout DVD. Now, I have several workout DVDs, yes. Some are yoga, some are kettlebell, some are power walking. Primarily what I have are some Jillian Michaels DVDs and Bob Harper DVDs. Yes, I've been watching The Biggest Loser that long. This is probably the first series I haven't actually watched straight through. Like 4 weeks into it, I couldn't find a character I liked. I couldn't find a contestant I really wanted to pay attention to, so I just didn't watch. But while I was out, I saw there's a new Jillian Harper DVD, and it's kickboxing. And it's not like intensive kickboxing, but it's one of those ones where it's 3 different workouts meant to deal with the 3 zones of the body, upper, middle, lower. And I bought it because A, it's cheaper than kickboxing classes. B, I don't have to worry about exactly how ridiculous I look engaging in kickboxing motions while I'm still this weight. And C, it's something I really wanted to pick up. Lately, I honestly had been looking for deals on kickboxing lessons. Not because I'm naturally a fighter or aggressive, but I like kickboxing. I like MMA. I like not so much classical boxing. And by classical, I mean, like Muhammad Ali style, Sugar Ray Leonard style. But I like kickboxing. And I wanted to pick it up, so this fit in perfectly with that. What else? Okay, tracking information I had talked about last time. As of today, having gotten up this morning, my weight was 285, give or take, 285.7, technically speaking. I'm not going to be doing routine inch measurements beyond like once a week, but I do plan on getting more accustomed to weighing myself every day. I wake up early enough in the morning that there honestly is no excuse for me not to start the day working out. Later on today, I'm going to try out the kickboxing DVD, and if I enjoy it as much as I suspect I'm going to enjoy it, that's probably going to become part of my morning routine. Not every day, because, you'll get sick of something, but 3-4 times a week. And we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's warmer weather. I'm going to be more active anyway. I am working on my diet. I can only hope. Half the trick of engaging in more physical activity and exercise is enjoying the physical activity and the exercise. And if I'm going to be accurately outlining and describing what it means for me to meet certain goals as I've been asked to do, I have to actually do the things I'm going to put on the outline. So that's it for now. I will probably post again on Friday, I think, and hopefully doing it this way will keep me more on track, keep me more in line, and provide more structure, which has always been the best circumstance for me to work under, is routine and structure. I don't do well with free time. So wish me luck trying kickboxing, and I think I'm going to say that the ideal weight I want to lose, not how much I want to actually weigh, but how much I want to shave off me. If I'm 285 right now, I would say probably 130. Yeah, about 130. Here's hoping.